the senior speech is usually something that the seniors are apprehensive about that involves planning and a vast amount of preparation, weeks or months in advance. And I have to say that Dalton gets the fly by the seat of your pants award for giving me his first draft yesterday. Moving on, let's welcome Dalton to the podium to tell us why America is great.
On June 24th, 2012, the first episode of HBO's The Newsroom debuted. In it, Jeff Daniels plays a news anchor who can't take the lives of the American dream any longer, and goes on a spiel explaining why America isn't the greatest country anymore. He addresses and criticizes our country's education, life expectancy, household income, labor force, military spending, and religious beliefs. The ideology that Daniel's character expressed in his soliloquy became widely praised at college campuses and political platforms, and was even adopted by movements such as Occupy Wall Street and Antifa. Today, we are often taught that America is an essentially bad society, thriving on the basis of racism and imperialism, that capitalism and free markets are evil. Daily, our news sources report that other countries have far superior forms of healthcare and transportation, that drug use, racial issues, and mass shootings are far rarer elsewhere. So just what makes America so great? My parents raised me so that the sight of a 400-pound man cruising through Walmart with a big gulp in each hand brings a tear of pride to my eye. And the smell of gunpowder on the wind reminds me of the freedom we have that so many fought to protect. When asked why they are proud to be Americans, Colin Bertram said, "I'm proud to be an American because I can go yee-haw and people don't look at me like a weirdo." Jay Gaspar said, "I'm proud to be an American because I can drive a big truck, shoot guns, and do whatever the hell I want." Abuka said, "I'm proud to be an American because it always catches the attention of attractive foreign women when you tell them that you can get them agreed." If America is truly so evil, then is Abuka evil as well? Do those who take pride in our wonderful country deserve to be demonized because of the popular narrative that America is not a great country? The obvious answer is no, because the fact is America is great and will continue to be so as long as we are able to understand what makes it this way. With a low level of research, one can find that the claims made against America by sources such as the newsroom speech mislead the viewer by completely excluding data that supports the majesty of our country. For instance, America is a big country with tremendous diversity, which creates issues in how the many different cultures in America approach education. Despite this, the American education system is the world leader in individual performance. The graph above is a measure of the average PISA scores, which show students' proficiency in math, science, and reading in each nation, and some racial breakdowns. As shown in the graph above, Asian Americans outperform every other Asian group other than Shanghai, which is home to the richest citizens of the continent. Also, white Americans outperform all Western countries but one, and both African Americans and Hispanic Americans outperform all nations of their respective ethnicities. These reports are not only evident of the nation's efficiency in educating, but its ability to overcome demographic challenges at a magnitude no other country has. The difference between the highest scoring regions of the world and America is our overwhelming diversity compared to the homogeneity of their citizens. This is because culture matters, and the American system produces the best outcome in similar populations. America also does very well with regard to healthcare. The study cited in the newsroom speech claims that the U.S. is 19th in life expectancy, but that's only when taking into account fatal accidents such as car crashes that are not correlated with our healthcare system. When removing incidents that are fatal injuries, the U.S. ranks first in life expectancy, according to the OECD. An even better way to rank our healthcare is by comparing survival rates after medical intervention. A 2008 Congress study compared survival rates of all types of illness, in which the U.S. ranked first in each category. The graph above, however, is the most real, since cancer affects so many people worldwide, and America is seen as a hub for both cancer and general medical innovation and treatment. In terms of overall household income per capita, the U.S. ranks first, with a relatively large lead on following countries. We also rank first in disposable income after taxes, as well as mean and median disposable household income. These statistics together mean that American citizens make the most money overall, are taxed at a relatively fair rate, spend the lowest percentage of our money on living requirements, and can do the most with the money we choose to spend. Also, our economy is consistently growing and remains stable in comparison to other countries, which is why foreign powers use the American dollar as their standard and invest in American markets. The newsroom speaker also criticizes America for being fourth in labor force if considering the EU as a country. By those standards, we are also fourth in population, which makes our ranking in labor force fairly self-explanatory. He also mocks American citizens by negatively stating that the U.S. has the highest number of adults who still believe in angels. Though his comments are sacrilegious in nature, he has the right to speak, to worship, and believe as he sees fit without persecution. It's a founding principle of our nation to recognize that freedom of religion is a fundamental right, as well as the other freedoms we are granted. While on this topic, America is inarguably the freest nation in the world. According to the Heritage Index of Economic Freedom, the Free Existence Gun Rights Index, and the Drug Rights Index, the United States is by far the most free. On an international scale, it takes into account factors from each country's property rights, freedom from taxes and religion, freedom of speech and religion, gun rights, drug rights, and business freedom into an arbitrary score assigned by an algorithm. The U.S. gets a score of 75, which is the highest score and continues to rise. Canada scores a 68, Australia a 67, Germany a 67, and so on. And all of these following scores are on the decline. These freedoms will make our country so unique and ensure our path to greatness, threatened on a daily basis by forces both foreign and within our country, which is why our vast military power is necessary for the well-being and betterment of the U.S. and the world as a whole. As well as protecting the lives of our people directly, our massive military budget is justified in the reasoning that it stabilizes worldwide economies. Its intimidating presence often deters wars from starting that would have occurred without our intervention, which allows for countries such as Japan and South Korea to focus on their economies instead of investing in their own defense. In the same way, our country's military makes it possible for Norway and Canada to focus much of their budget on socialized healthcare, rather than their own safety. Everything from combating African piracy to running counterterrorism operations helps to ensure that the world can efficiently continue free commerce that would not be possible without the United States military. In conclusion, American life expectancies are the longest in human history. Our standard of living has never been higher. Our homes have never been larger. Our technology has never been cheaper. Education has never been greater. The essentials of life have never been more affordable. All forms of pollution are in decline. Our military has never been stronger. We yield the most crop per acre. We are number one in energy production. We donate the most money to charity and bring in the most money annually. American innovation in technology, medicine, entertainment, the arts, and dozens of other industries leads the world, which makes us attract more immigrants, students, and foreign investment than any other country. Now, I'm not saying that other countries don't have great histories, traditions, or cultures of their own, but people around the world don't talk about the French dream or the Chinese dream. Only one nation is universally recognized as the land of opportunity and the land of the free, and that nation is our nation, because America is great. Thank you.